102.7 FM, the pride of the people.
A beautiful morning to sport fans all around the world. This is your delectable sports program, Sports Diaries, and I am going to be taking you around the world of sports, ranging from the latest sports news, expert analyses, and exciting highlights in the sporting arena. I am INIOLUWA, popularly known as Sports Diva, and this is coming to you from no other station but iPower 102.7 FM, situated in INIOLUWA. Now, let's step into the dynamic world of sports. Beginning with this game-changing story on Ademola Lookman. Inter make new decision amidst transfer saga. Ademola Lookman's future at Atlanta is hanging by a thread as the Nigerian forward refuses to return to training following his rejected transfer bid. The Inter Milan remain interested, but their move hinges entirely on Atlanta's revised stance in the latest twist to the saga. Atlanta's decision to reject Inter's 45 million euros has triggered a standoff. Lookman, 27, is adamant about leaving this summer and has already handed in a transfer request. Atlanta CEO Luca Beccassi confirmed this agreement but clarified that it is only applied to top clubs outside Syria. This caveat has now become a major point of contention, especially as Lookman is strongly pushing for the move to Inter. Despite his protest, Atlanta are under no obligation to sell to a domestic rival, while Lookman has distanced himself from training. Reports suggest that the overall relationship between Atlanta and Inter remain respectful. Despite mutual respect, tensions with the player himself continue to rise. Lookman's stance is clear. He wants to join Christian Chivu Inter and nothing less will suffice. Inter have yet to walk away from the negotiation table. According to recent reports, they are still waiting on Atlanta to name their price for the Syria-based suitor. While their initial 45 million euro bid was rejected, Inter may consider raising their offer to 50 million euros, potentially including a young player. Yes, still in the world of soccer, where we've got this one coming from Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min set for record $26 million move to LAFC in MLS. South Korean star Son Heung-min has not even been officially announced as joining the Los Angeles FC of MLS. But excited fans are already waiting to welcome him. ESPN and The Athletic reporter that Son, who left Tottenham Hotspur last weekend, will sign with LAFC for the MLS record transfer fee of $26 million. LAFC recently announced a news conference for the major announcement after press reports about Son's possible arrival recently at Los Angeles International Airport. About 40 fans of Son went to see if they could get an autograph or photograph or even a glimpse of their idol. They were unable to see Son, however, after his send-off in South Korea a few hours earlier. At LAFC, Son will replace French striker Olivier Giroud, who was also sold to Lille in July, and will share the same dressing room with French goalkeeper Hugo Lloris, his former teammate at Tottenham. Yes, sir. Still in the beautiful world of soccer, where I've got this one coming from Alexi Iwobi. Alexi Iwobi discusses picking between Fulham and Nigeria when AFCON starts. Nigerian midfielder Alexi Iwobi stated unequivocally that he intended to play for the Nigerian Super Eagles at the AFCON, despite conflicting comments with Fulham. The timing of the AFCON is one of the most contentious topics in global football conversation, as unlike most international tournaments that are held in the summer off-season, the unique weather conditions in Africa sometimes require Cup of Nations to be held in December and January period. This creates a serious headache for many European clubs with African players, as that period is one of the most demanding in the league campaign, and they have to navigate it while understaffed. Fulham are one of the clubs that will suffer from this unique problem when the AFCON kicks off in December, as the player of the season, Calvin Bassey, and top midfielder Iwobi will be with Super Eagles in Morocco for the tournament. Iwobi was asked about this during the in-depth interview, and he refused to even entertain it as a dilemma, stating the AFCON would be his priority during that period. He said, and I quote, "It is not nice to have to choose, but with all due respect to Fulham, I would like to go to the AFCON." Yes, sir. Still in the world of soccer, where we've got this story coming from Aroko Dare. Belgian coach queries Aroko Dare's gank bench role. from Belgium, and KRC gang goalkeeper Jackie Match-Jessen believes Tolua Rokodare deserves a place in starring lineup of gang this season, despite transfer speculation still hovering around him. Rokodare has only played a combined 40 minutes in 2 games this season, with South Korean Hyun-gyu starting ahead of him. The 24-year-old forward scored 21 league goals last season for Thorsten Flink's side, claiming the Belgian Pro League Golden Boot Award. Despite his proven goal-scoring ability, it appears the South Korean will lead the line for Thorsten Flink's side going forward in this campaign. This has raised eyebrows among fans of the club and followers of the striker, who have been left wondering why the club's best goal scorer has been benched. Match-Jessen revealed Rokodare has been kept as a squad player in preparation for a summer move away from the club, but believes he should start as long as he is available. Rokodare has been linked with Atlanta, Newcastle, Fulham, alongside Bundesliga side Borussia Dortmund and VfB Stuttgart. Yes, sir. We've got this story coming from the NFF. NFF hails Kaloha after WAFCON triumph. President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusau has hailed Kaloha as Nigeria, the exclusive distributor and assembler of cherry vehicles in Nigeria, for their support for Nigerian football after the Super Falcons' 10th WAFCON triumph in Morocco. Kaloha hosted the victorious Super Falcons at its showroom in Alakpere, Lagos last week. Speaking at the event, Gusau commended Kaloha for its unwavering commitment to the advancement of sports in Nigeria. Gusau said, and I quote, "We are proud to partner with Kaloha and charity towards the development of sports in Nigeria. The Super Falcons' victory reinforces the importance of investing in our national teams. Kaloha's support exemplifies corporate patriotism, and we believe the partnership marks the beginning of fruitful and impactful relationship." Managing Director of Kaloha Nigeria, Shola Adigun, said the company's support extends beyond sponsorship to creating meaningful platforms that elevate Nigerians' talent and inspire community engagement. Yes, sir. We are still on the world of soccer, where we've got this one on the Emirates Cup opener. Arsenal 4-3-2 to Villarreal as Pepe hunts from a club. Arsenal's first home fixture of the preseason ended in disappointment as they fell 3-2 to Spanish side Villarreal CF in the opening game of the Emirates Cup. This is despite fielding all 6 of their summer signings in front of the packed Emirates Stadium recently in a match billed as a major test of squad depth. Ahead of the new campaign, the Gunners dominated the opening half hour but were punished by clinical finishing from the visitors, including a goal from former Arsenal winger Nicolas Pepe, who made a surprise return to North London. Pepe opened the scoring in the 30th minute after Arsenal failed to clear a rebound, stabbing home to lose ball from the closing range. Despite making points, not to celebrate, the strike marked a symbolic return for the Ivorian, who made over 100 appearances for Arsenal after departing in 2023. Just 5 minutes later, Arsenal defense was caught flat again as Carl Ayong tapped in a second after a save by David Raya split back into danger. Arsenal struck back instantly. A looping corner from Gabriela Martinelli found a new signing, Christian Nogard, marked at the far post to add home his first goal for the club, cutting the deficit to 2-1 before the break. The second half saw manager Mikel Arteta ring in several charges, including appearances from the Christian Mosquera, Martin Zubimendi, and 15-year-old Max Dorman, who made his first senior appearance at the Emirates Stadium. Yet, Villarreal against exposed Arsenal's backline on the counter. This time, not Danjuma breaking free to finish cruelly inside the far post of the 53rd minute. Arsenal pushed hard in the final stages. Doman, a standout from the youth setup, was brought down in the box by Paul Navarro. Winning a penalty, Martin Odegaard stepped up and calmly slaughtered it home to make it 3-2 in the 75th minute. Yes, sir. Still in the world of soccer, where we've got this one coming from Aston Villa. Aston Villa and Roma 4-0 in preseason game. Aston Villa produced a commanding display in their preseason preparation recently, dispatching its Italian side AS Roma 4-0 in one-side encounter at the Palais Bescot Stadium in Warsaw. Unai Emery side were dominant for the outset, overwhelming the visitors with the blistering first half performance that saw them race into the 3-goal lead before the interval. Emiliano Buendia opened the scoring in the 15th minute with the softly taken free kick from the edge of the box, calling the ball past the flat-floated mouse floor in the Roma goal. Just 2 minutes later, Jacob Ramsey doubled Villa's advantage, latching onto the clever through ball from Yuri Telemans and finishing clinically to punish the sluggish Roma back line. The hosts continued to press and their high intensity paid off again 5 minutes before the halftime, while Oli Watkins rose in Bet Bondia's cross and added into Villa's third goal. Roma, led by new manager Gianpiero Gasperini, struggled to find the foothold in the match, despite enjoying more of the balls, ending the game with over 56% possession. They failed to convert the dominance into clear-cut chances, registering only one shot on target. Yes, sir. Still in the world of soccer, and you're still on to iPower 102.7 FM. We've got this story coming from Liverpool. Liverpool set to cut losses with Nunez moved to Saudi. Liverpool striker Darwin Nunez is reportedly closing in on a move to Saudi club Al Hilal. which could allow the Premier League champions to make a fresh bid for Newcastle Alexander Isak. Nunez joined the Reds for initial €75 million from Benfica 3 years ago, but has failed to live up to that price tag. The Uruguayan has scored 40 goals in 143 appearances, but slipped down the pecking order at Anfield under both Jurgen Klopp and Arne Slot, according to transfer specialist Fabrizio Romano. Al Hilal will pay an initial €53 million for the 26-year-old Nunez was likely to play even less this season after Liverpool signed Hugo Ekitike and Florian Wirtz as part of the €300 million spending spree that also includes fullback Milos Kekes and Jeremy Frimpong. However, the club could still break the British transfer record by signing Isak, with Newcastle reportedly demanding a fee up to €150 million for the Swedish striker. Yes, sir. Still in soccer, where we've got this one from Arteta. Arsenal are believed to end trophy drought, says Arteta. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta said the Gunners believe this season will be different as they aim to get over the series of near misses at winning silverware. Arteta has not won any trophy since lifting the FA Cup in the debut season in charge in 2019-2020. However, he has transformed Arsenal back in serial contenders for major trophies. Arteta's men have finished scoring in the Premier League for the past 3 years and reached the Champions League semi-finals for the first time since 2009 last season. The pressure is now on the Spaniard to get over the line after another major investment in new players in the transfer window. Nearly €200 million has been spent on new striker Victor Gyökeres, midfielder Martin Zubimendi, and Christian Nogard, centre-back Christian Mosquera, as well as winger Noni Madueke and goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga. We know Arteta said, and I spoke, we want our people to start connecting with players straight away, to build momentum, and to start to feel that our home is invincible. That we play here with such passion and energy and connection with our people that we are going to win the game. Arsenal begin their Premier League campaign with the blockbuster trip to Manchester United on August 17th. Yes, sir. Now moving to the world of basketball, where the action is fast-paced and the drama is real. Yes, sir. We've got this beautiful story on the Tigers. The Tigers intensify Afrobasket preparations. The camp of the Nigerian senior men national team, the Tigers, is expected to witness the arrival of more players in the provisional roster as preparation for the 2025 FIBA Afrobasket continue. The Nigerian Basketball Federation has earlier released a preliminary roster comprising of 12 players, which are headlined by the new Houston Rockets acquisition, George Okogie, and 2025 Boucher champion Caleb Agada with Ike Nwamu, Mike Nuga, Talib Zana, Peter Olisemeka, Divine Eke, Karim Joseph, Wesley Iwudu, Ugochukwu Simon, Stanley Okoye, Falobomi Fayemi, Emmanuel Amagbo, Christian Mekulu, and Martins Igbanu. Kado Richie Akwo Bundu Ehigu and Jackie Ritonya all complete on the list. With campaign now having commenced officially earlier this week in Abuja, just 9 players from the provisional list have arrived. Amongst the early arrival are Stan Okoye, Talib Zana, Mike Nuga, Christian Mokulu, Divine Eke, Kadorichi Akubundu, Martins Igbanu, and Adriu Ugo Simon. And with that, we've come to a wrap on today's sports program on your favorite dial, iPower 102.7 FM. Many thanks for tuning in into this program, Sports Diaries. Until next time, I remain INIOLUWA Adekoya, popularly known as Sports Diva. Stay sporting, keep loving the game.